Hello and welcome back to 5-9 Gaming. My name is Choco and today we're taking a look at some fan-made Videl cards submitted by you. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first selection.
Hey guys, Martingan here, bringing you my fan-made Videl pick here. So shout out to SS Jake for this one. So the unit typing is AGL, so Super AGL getting another buff. I guess, to be fair, they were replaced by Super STR as the best super team, so trying to claw it back. There's a lot of good Super AGL Peppy Gals units, actually, so you could kind of make an interesting team build for ESBR with this, because with the leader skill, we've got Peppy Gals and then a new category, Son and Daughter of a Hero, 170% HP, attack and defense. I didn't actually even notice that there's missing key. I'm assuming that it's supposed to be and 3 key. Because the main reason I picked this is a little bit later down. I didn't even notice that, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be 3 key as well. The super attack is the Justice combination, which raises defense. So I'm assuming infinitely, infinite stack on defense. That would be good. What is the passive skill? 90% attack and defense at the start of the turn. All allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense. So this is kind of what I was talking about, or we talked about on the Truth and J Fanta discussion video, is Videl doesn't necessarily have the best links, so I think her having a support passive is really good. Then she has a high chance to perform an additional super attack, so that'll work very well with her infinite defense stacking. She reduces damage received by 58%, so kind of like the High School Gohan. Medium chance to perform a crit when there is an ally, Gohan, Kid Youth excluded, or Great Saiyan Man on rotation. So there's a couple of parts of this card that are built around being run alongside Gohan. So Kid Youth excluded, so it's literally going to be like Teen Gohan or the Ultimate Gohans, which makes sense considering it's Videl, or Great Saiyan Man, which is good because the way the Dokkan naming thing works with these restrictions, it would include all the versions of the Saiyan Man, including like the LR Saiyan Man 1 and 2, so I think that would be very good. Then she has an active skill. Gohan or Saiyan Man Rush to Aid can be activated when there is a Gohan, Kid Youth excluded, or Saiyan Man on rotation. Massively raises attack, plus whenever Videl receives normal attack damage, counter with tremendous power for 1 turn. Oh, this is interesting. So her active skill gives her a counter for 1 turn. So I imagine the animation would literally be the Gohan or Saiyan Man coming in to attack the enemy back, kind of like the I guess it'd be kind of like the Rage Vegeta's counter animation. It'd be kind of funny. The interesting thing is, I guess if you were activating this with a Gohan or a Saiyan Man, they'd have to have a different like character sprite coming in for the assist, but that would actually be pretty cool. And then the exchange or partner super, she has a partner super, Justice combination, team up, raise attack and defense, and then it's again with a Gohan or a Saiyan Man. So the unit super stacks attack and defense. That's cool. And then links, Hero of Justice, Infighter, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Supreme Power, Battlefield Diva, and Fierce Battle. I think this is probably the best kind of setup for her, because Videl doesn't always have the best links, but like Hero of Justice and Infighter are decent. Cold Judgment is good. Supreme Power is like a classic link that Buu Saga units have, and then obviously Battlefield Diva and then Fierce Battle. And then her categories are Majin Buu Saga, Peppy Gals, Earthlings, and then of course the new Son and Daughter of a Hero. So I wonder if they would include Vegeta as a hero, because obviously a cool thing about this category is you'd be able to make a team that's a good combination of like Videls, Gohans, and Gotens. And then I suppose it depends who else is going to be added into there as well. Because if they include Vegeta, then it's Trunks and Bulla would be included. And then essentially the category is Hybrid Saiyans plus Videl and then any other characters that would be factored in. But I do think it would make an interesting combo, especially alongside Peppy Gals. You can make some interesting team combinations out of that. So shout out to SS Jake for his entry, and let's move on to the next one.
What is up, y'all? It is your boy Sada Raja, and today I will be reading a submission provided by one of you lucky individuals for the 5-9 Gaming channel for the new and upcoming Dokkanfest Videl. Your thoughts on, well, basically a fan-made card, on what you think the card should be built like or could potentially be built like for the near future, depending on when the card drops. This submission is provided by Awesome457. What's up? How you doing? I'm gonna read your response today. Let's see what you're thinking. Let's see what your thoughts, what you think this card should be built like. So for the typing, you're going with the int approach. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we do have 2 int cards in the game. We have 2 STR and 1 tech. I have no problem with that the free to play tech card. The end cards are solid. I think honestly SDR and AGL will definitely need it. Tech definitely probably would need it as well. But I have no problem with it. Honestly, would have definitely preferred AGL. It at least has, my opinion, 2 decent cards. But you're going with it. I prefer the AGL. The leader skill, you're going with Justice 170 and Pepigals 150%. I don't see key in your leader skill, and that's scaring me a little bit. Like, I want your card to have key. I'm playing. You probably forgot to type key. I'm gonna assume that you want key +3 instead of like key +4, because you know he's already gonna have some decent key on the Pepigals team. I'm just saying. Your super attack, Eagle Kick, raises defense and greatly lowers attack. So it's gonna thunk a little bit. But we have the stacking factor. You're going to give your card defense. I can definitely see this helping out like teams like Special Poses, Pepigals, Majin Buu Saga, and Earthlings maybe on the JP side. I'm not sure if Earthlings on JP is like really defensive heavy, but I know Majin Buu Saga and Pepigals, they definitely are. So benefiting a team like Special Poses, yeah, kind of, you know, we need that. What is the passive? Attack and defense plus 150% all allies defense plus 50% and defense plus 50% per Pepigals or Justice ally on the team. That's the Videl passive, but you added attack and defense plus 150% and allies all defense plus 50% as well. So you're giving allies on the team additional defense, and you also give the card some more attack so the card can actually hit harder, and you also giving the card itself even more defense on top of it stacking. So you put those two together, this card, it just won't die basically, depending on how the card's built. I'm liking your card. Typing should be AGL, but at the skill, Great Saiyaman 2. I'm guessing since you didn't put nothing there, transforms like the Int Gohan or the Int Ribian, like as soon as they pop up, boom, it's time to transform. I would think not, because you know you would like to definitely see his base super and then use it whenever you need it. But if it's like an instant transformation, I have no problems with that. Links, Courage, Shattering the Limit, Cold Judgment, Supreme Power, Solid Support, Battlefield Diva, Hero of Justice, and Blazing Battle. It has some typical Pepigals support links. You know, it's going to be really good on the Pepigals team. Defensive, heavy, strong. With this new card, even more defense and some more attack added to the team. So it'll work relatively decent on a Majin Buu Saga team. Earthlings, I think it'll stand alone. And, you know, Majin Buu Saga. Categories: Justice, Earthling, Majin Buu Saga, Pepigals, and Special Poses. Special Poses, my personal opinion, needs it. I know Special Poses needs it. I'm like, you got to hear me out on that one. You know, Pepigals, honestly, you know, you're just adding on fuel to the fire. It's just going to make the team even stronger than what it already is. Majin Buu Saga, we got more Bauer out here, and Justice and Earthlings, 2 other relatively good teams. So I would really think this unit will really go well with Special Poses, knowing that Special Poses needs it personally, at least on global. JP, I'm not so sure. You've had a lot of easy A's to benefit units for that team, such as, you know, the EA physical team super free and things of that nature. But I'm digging your card. I like the passive you're going with, taking the Infidel but adding on to it, giving it active skill. And you know, I'm wondering where that key is about your typing. Would have preferred this card to have been AGL. That's the only thing I would like to critique about it, but you know, it's not my job to critique it. We just hope that your card makes it to the game in one way or another, and we greatly appreciate your submission. Let's hope that card makes it to the game. Thank you.
Welcome back. It's me, Gale, and I'm going to be giving my verdict on this card made by Miyamoto. He's giving the typing as Tech, which I agree with. I think Tech is just generally both super and extreme. Of course, extreme, I've complained about it various times. Probably the weakest typing in the game right now, in my opinion. So I would love to see Videl being Tech. I think that would be great. The leader skill is Pepigals, key plus, I assume 3, HP attack and defense 170. Earthlings category, key 3, HP attack and defense 150. I would have loved it to be this, because both categories need a leader. Both categories need a leader, and this would have been perfect. But we do know that today they announced a new category called Ally of Justice, so I do believe Earthlings will be removed in favor of it. I at least hope so, because I think Pepigals needs a leader more than Earthlings as of right now, and I think there's more opportunities for an Earthlings leader down the line, maybe a Dokkanfest Krillin. or Yamcha, or Tien maybe, or even a Master Roshi, right? So I think a Pepigal's leader is more vital right now. I think Videl can be that Pepigal's leader. So I'd say Pepigal's and Ally of Justice will be her two categories she'll lead. The super attack that he is given is Hawk Kick. Greatly raises attack and causes immense damage to the enemy. That's fine. I think it more so depends on what the passive is, and then we can come back to the super attack and see if it's good. The passive, speaking of the passive, I should say, key +2 attack and defense 70% at the start of turn, additional attack and defense 12% for every Pepigals or Earthling category ally on the team. That's cool. So that can be going up to a total of, if you times that by 5, another 60% attack and defense basically. Changes orbs of a random type to tech. That's cool. Orb changer as well. Very good. Random, but still good. Gains a high chance to dodge as the first and second attacker in the turn. Good. As the third attacker in turn, gain attack and defense 7% per tech's key sphere. Super effective against all types if there is a Teen Gohan or a unit whose name contains Saiyaman on the team. That's actually really nice. I think being able to have the variety as well in being a first, second, or third attacker entirely is great. I think that more units need to have something like that in my opinion. And then of course getting super effective against all types if there is Gohan Teen or Saiyaman on the team would be great. I do think obviously Earthlings, if you could change it to Ally of Justice, then this would be like an amazing passive, because even if there is, say, a great Saiyaman or Gohan, sorry, or one of the Pride Troopers randomly, or you know, somebody who's a Ally of Justice, I assume maybe Gotenks, Goten, and Trunks might be on there as well. This would be a fantastic passive. I think this is well made. Giving herself key as well, because we do know that, you know, Videl herself, if you look at her other cards, key links are just links across the board, just generally are a bit questionable. So seeing this would be very, very interesting and potentially very, very powerful for her. She does have an exchange when conditions are met. So an exchange unit here we do have exchange / partner super exchange into SSJ2 Great Saiyaman for 3 turns only, and only when HP falls below 44%. Extremely low conditions, I must admit, but I want to see what we have here. Super attack, Rage Kamehameha, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. Not bad. Passes, recovers 44% HP for first at the start of okay, I assume it just means the first time he enters. I highly doubt it's every start or turn, otherwise, well, it could also be because it's only for 3 turns. If he recovers 44% HP every time he appears on field, that would be insane. Key +4 in attack and defense, 144% at the start of turn. Great. Additional attack and defense, 41% when launching a super attack. High chance of performing critical hit. Super allies, key +2 attack and defense, 41%. Launches an additional attack if there is a character whose name includes Videl or Great Saiyaman 2 attacking on the same turn. That's actually a very, very good passive, I must admit. And it's only for 3 turns as well. So it's not as if it's like game breaking or anything of that sort that people might say, oh, he's too broken. No, that's fantastic. I think this is really, really solid. I think that would be an amazing card in my opinion. It would kind of incentivize me to summon, you know, kind of low-key, very low-key. And the fact that it's SSJ2 Great Saiyaman means it's probably the World Tournament scene he's putting in here effectively. So that would be interesting. I mean, and seeing the exchange animation would be very interesting in itself, seeing Videl on the hospital bed all of a sudden. But the links are Courage, Cold Judgment, Money, 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 Supreme Power, Hero of Justice, Battlefield Diva, and Fierce Battle. Courage becomes Super Saiyan, Money, Money, Money becomes Shocking Speed, and Battlefield Diva becomes Kamehameha. Would make sense. Categories are Pevigals, World Tournament, Majin Buu Saga, Earthlings, Special Pose, and of course Ally of Justice in this case. I think that's a great card made here. I'd say a solid 8.5 out of 10. I mean, the only thing that would make it even better is probably if you made it even more broken, but you know, that aside, we'll go on to the next content creator where he will be judging one of your cards again. Another one of your cards, I should say.
Okay, so the lucky person that I get to read off their fan-made Dokkanfest Videl card is from Morse Code 1899. Sorry in advance, I might criticize your card just a little bit, but I'm also going to praise some of the decisions that you gave this Videl, which is the reason why I picked this submission. So let's get into the typing that you chose. It is Tech. I would have preferred AGL, but I don't mind any typing for real. But the AGL decision was just based off, I haven't been Extreme Super Battle Road AGL. That's pretty much it. The leader skill, unfortunately, we already know one half of it at the very least, which is Ally of Justice. So martial artist not being an existing category, we're going to replace that. And the World Tournament category is perfectly fine. That is definitely a category that needs a better leader skill. 70% for Jackie Chan is not cutting it. Another category would have been Peppy Girls, but yeah, that works just as fine. The super attack, we got greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage, and greatly lowers enemies' attack for 1 turn. With Great Saiyaman cards, that's really good. It matches. A lot of Great Saiyaman cards lowers attack, and then the additional greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn is really good. The passive skill, this is where the juicy part happens. This is the most important thing, because we know Videl is not going to be that high, but not many people are going to be summoning or spending money off for her, unless you're really into that waifu scene on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. But this needs to be really, really good when the official one comes out. If it's just like this, then might have a good chance. Ki +2, attack and defense plus 170%. And then Superclass Allies, Ki +3, attack and defense plus 40%, which is not bad. Superclass Allies, chance to perform a critical hit plus 20% when there is a Majin Buu Saga or World Tournament category enemy, which is absolutely insane. And support unit that provides everybody with a critical chance is kind of crazy. The restriction, Majin Buu Saga or World Tournament, is not too bad. It's a two-way street. You can either have it with the Gohan category ally or Majin Buu Saga or World Tournament. With the Majin Buu Saga and World Tournament category ally, she just fits in more teams because she's not restricted to just Gohan, and then she can just put into other random teams. But with Gohan, it's just a more consistent kind of deal there, because you're not always versing a Majin Buu Saga category or a World Tournament enemy. It's very hard to match those restrictions. And then damage received from normal attacks minus 70% and counters with tremendous power. This is actually a pretty good idea, as when me and The Truth discussed about this card, we were talking about the fighters thing. And in fighters, Videl can counter instead of reflect. So that's actually pretty good. Active skill, transformation. This is where the odd thing happens, and I don't really agree with this active skill, but it will do. Activated once 2 turns have elapsed, so The Truth approves on that turn count. And then all enemies' attacks become normal attacks for 2 turns. This can become quite a useless effect, since, you know, not a lot of events can be sealed, unless that bypasses, but that's never happened before. Another nice addition to the effect, just, you know, increase attack and defense for all allies or something like that. Just an extra bit could just save this card. And then links, Cold Judgment, Battlefield Diva, Shattering the Limit, Hero of Justice, Infighter, Courage, and Fierce Battle. Don't mind any of those. Categories, World Tournament, Peppy Girls, Martial Artists, which does not exist, Majin Buu Saga, and Earthlings, and then Ally of Justice. Anyway, thank you, Morse Code, for the submission. We really do appreciate it.
And that's all we have for you today. As always, if you want a chance to appear in our next fan-made card video, please follow our Twitter for when we do our next fan-made card forum. And from all of us here at 5-9, thanks for watching. Have a good day.